Hello, my friends, and welcome to Old Dog New Trails. I'm Cole. This is Zoe. Today we're going to talk about the 10 essentials in car camping context. So let's just dive right in. The first of the 10 essentials, as we know, is navigation. And hey, what does that mean in the car? It means you need a map. Obviously, one of these is kind of old school, but it's important to have the latest one, and they're only about 30 bucks. So, your car may have some fancy GPS navigation built in, but sometimes that stuff don't work. So, you may be traveling somewhere where there is not service. And so, I don't need to tell you, get a map. Number two is illumination, and you could probably use your car's own illumination sometimes, but it's also good to have extra illumination. So a headlamp in your console somewhere is not a bad idea. And then I've got my camping lantern stuck in my doors, so I've got illumination out the yin yang, so to speak. I've got another camping lantern on the other door, and I've got another headlamp stashed somewhere. Dual purpose. Everything has a dual purpose if you're smart. So anyway, so there's illumination. Number three, sun protection. Well, what does that mean in the car, really? You might want to have some sunglasses and a hat, See, this is kind of my incognito look. Hey, sun protection is also like trying to keep the sun out when I'm trying to sleep. So my windshield screen and my curtains that I put around this, that's all sun protection too. Number four, first aid. Well, I'm not going to just grab all my first aid stuff to show you, but I have a first aid kit in my backpack. In addition to the backpack first aid, I've got a few things around the car you can kind of consider. I've got some of this stuff and some of this stuff, disinfectant wipes. First aid is number four. Hey, so number five is knife. In my belt pack, I've got a hunting knife. And so that's with me in the car. Somewhere up here, here it is. In addition to a Gerber machete, which has got a nice saw edge on it, I've also got a Sven saw, which is a wonderful thing if you've never used one. Lightweight, compact, very effective saw for the field. If you don't have one of those, you ought to get one. So that's number five, knife. Number six, fire. Again, there's other stuff in my kit, but I've got a lighter. Number seven is shelter, and shelter is obviously the car itself, but it is also, in a broader context, all of the sort of personal comforts that you use to shelter yourself from the elements. It's your sleeping pad, it's your blankets, and or sleeping bag and what have you. So shelter is sort of a broad category here in this context. It can also be your SUV tent if you bring that along and set it up. I also happen to be carrying along my little two-man tent. So shelter in this context is, again, kind of a broad scope, but shelter is an important one. Sheltering the car itself could be something you might need to do in severe weather. So putting the car under an overpass, you know, again, shelter in this context of car camping is a very broad scope. Number 8, extra food. I got some food here. Number 9, extra water. I've got 3 more gallons. This is just the one that's in the car. The rest are up top. And lastly, number 10, extra clothes. My suitcase is packed. I'll be on my way shortly. Where am I going? Tune in next time to find out.